Imagine waking up every morning with a spark of hope in your heart, even when everything around you says to give up. You might be facing challenges, feeling like the weight of the world is pressing down on you, and yet somewhere deep within, there's a voice whispering, this is not the end. You are more than your struggles. I know what it's like to feel broken. I've been there. I've sat in that space where fear, doubt, and pain seem to fill every corner of your life. But let me tell you this, your circumstances do not define your future. They don't define your value, and they don't define your potential. What does? It's the choices you make, the perspective you embrace, and the relationships you allow to shape your journey. You see, so often we look at our lives through the lens of what's missing. We focus on what we don't have, on what we can't do, on what seems impossible. But when you begin to shift your mindset, when you begin to see your challenges as opportunities to grow, everything changes. Let me ask you something. What if the very thing you see as your greatest limitation is the key to unlocking your true strength? Every person you meet is fighting a battle you cannot see. Maybe it's a battle with insecurity. Maybe it's a battle with regret or loneliness. Maybe it's a battle with the need to prove themselves to a world that seems like it doesn't care. And in the middle of these battles, what we all long for, what we all truly crave is connection. Not just a casual connection, but a relationship that lifts you up, that reminds you that you are loved, that you have a purpose. True strength is not found in independence, but in interdependence. We were not made to do life alone. And yet, so often we isolate ourselves thinking we have to be strong enough, good enough, successful enough to matter. But the truth is, we find our greatest strength when we are vulnerable, when we allow others into our lives, and when we choose to pour into theirs. I want you to take a moment and think about the relationships in your life. Think about the people who have made you feel seen, who have reminded you that you're not alone. And now think about this, how can you be that person for someone else? How can you be the kind of friend, partner, or mentor who brings freedom and peace into someone else's life? The beauty of life is that no matter how broken you feel, no matter how far you think you've fallen, there is always hope. And that hope often comes through others. It comes through the people who refuse to give up on you, the ones who speak life into you when you can't see it for yourself. But there's a secret I've learned over the years, a truth that has set my heart free. Freedom and peace don't start with external circumstances. They don't come from success or money or even the love of others. True freedom and peace begin within. They begin with a relationship, not just any relationship, but the most important one you could ever have. Now, I'm not here to preach at you. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. But I can tell you this, in my own life, I found that when I let go of trying to control everything, when I surrendered my fears, my doubts, and my pain to something greater than myself, everything changed. My perspective shifted, my heart healed, and I discovered a peace that no amount of striving could ever bring. You might be wondering, how can I find that kind of freedom? How can I experience that kind of peace? It starts with a decision. A decision to stop running from your pain and start leaning into it. A decision to open your heart to the relationships that matter most. And a decision to embrace the truth that you are not alone in this world. There's a reason why the most meaningful moments in life are the ones we share with others. It's because we were created for connection. We were made to love and be loved. And when you begin to live your life from a place of love rather than fear, from a place of connection rather than isolation, you'll find that the chains holding you back begin to fall away. I want you to imagine a life where you wake up every day knowing that you are enough. A life where your worth isn't tied to what you do, but to who you are. A life where you're free to pursue your dreams, to embrace your calling, and to live with purpose because you're no longer held back by the fear of failure or rejection. That kind of life is possible, but it starts with one small step. It starts with letting go of the things that are holding you back, the anger, the bitterness, the regret, and choosing to hold on to hope. So hope for hope. It starts with surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, even when you can't believe in yourself. And most importantly, it starts with recognizing that your value doesn't come from what others think of you, but from the fact that you are here, that you are alive, and that you have something to give. You might think your story is too messy, that your past disqualifies you from the future you dream of, but let me tell you this, there is no mess too big for redemption. There is no failure too great to overcome. Your story has power not in spite of your struggles, but because of them. The very things you think disqualify you are the things that can inspire others, that can bring hope to those who feel like giving up. So I challenge you today, don't give up. Don't let the weight of the world convince you that your life doesn't matter. It does. You matter. Your voice matters. Your story matters. And the relationships you build along the way will be the foundation of the freedom and peace you long for. As you go through your day, I want you to ask yourself this: what kind of legacy do you want to leave? How do you want to be remembered? Because the truth is, your life is a gift. And when you begin to live it with purpose, when you begin to invest in the people around you, you'll find that the freedom and peace you've been searching for have been within your reach all along. So take that first step. Reach out to someone you trust. Open your heart to the possibility of a new beginning. And remember, no matter where you are, no matter how far you think you've fallen, there is hope. There is love. And there is a life waiting for you that is filled with freedom, peace, and purpose. You've got this. And you are not alone.